This video is about Loginov, who styles himself as a world-renowned academic artist. His work is fundamentally flawed, and I hope to explain in this video a bit about the difference between fine art drawing and illustration. So this image looks like it's done from a photograph. It's very flat. Look how flat that background is. That background is on the same plane as this. And what it is he's copying illusionistically what he is seeing, while fine art drawing is actually construction. You construct and translate what you see. You do not copy it in a kind of superficial, illusionistic way. And this is what I will show you in this video. So he's giving a demo here of a Chinese man, which is good. He draws from life. Then we see this drawing. What is the problem with this drawing? It has no form. It has no structure. There's no form to the shoulder. This is all flat. This is all flat. There's just a bit of form here. But again, he's not understanding the form of the head. He's looking at reality in a kind of superficial way, rather than constructing the form, which is the fine art way. And this is very appealing to our age, to our photographic age, which doesn't understand fine art drawing as it was in the past. Fine art drawing in the past was about form. And I suggest you read Harold Speed's book, and he shows his drawing demonstrations, how he actually draws the form. It's about, you carve the form, you make the form. Drawing and painting, fine art painting, is like sculpture. You actually sculpt as you draw, you do not copy. And this is the problem with this guy's work. And he's very arrogant. So in this demonstration, you can see how he's illustrating the forms. But if you look at this, you can see that this shoulder is tilted downwards, and he has no understanding of the shoulder or the form. So this shoulder's higher, it's going down there. The mouth should be going this way, and the head is actually tilted more this way. So he's looking at things in a superficial way. And it's not about modern art or traditional art. It's about fine art drawing. Fine art drawing is more rigorous in its observation and its construction. And I will show you some examples. You can see how flat this is. She has no mass. This is actually more forward in the picture than her shoulder. It cannot be right. It doesn't read as a form. This, he says it's done from life. I do not believe it. It doesn't look like it. And he's not looking at relationships of colour. Think of the Velasquez paintings, where Velasquez always relates the background colour to the face. This has no relationships. It's not fine art painting. It has skills in a certain sense, but those skills are superficial. And let me show you what fine art painting and drawing is with these examples. So we have Ignacio Zaloga, and you can see how he's constructing the head. He's not copying the head, he's constructing it, and he's constructing the form. And you can see how beautifully he sees the angles of the head, and the head is a form. It's not a set of illustrational tricks. It reads in the space, it has mass. Look at the mass of this, and then the mass of that, and then the depth of this in the background. This is by Sorolla. It's a study. So this is not about, if you want to understand Sargent and Repin, you've got to understand Zaloga and Sorolla. If you look at the form of this head, this is a form. He's actually painting a form. He's not illustrating it, he's actually carving it with the paint. It's not about necessarily illusionistic rendering. It's more about construction. You construct and translate to nature. So look at the construction of this head. It feels like a sculpture. He's actually making the head. And he makes it more flat here on purpose, because this was the style of the time. But it still reads, because he's thinking of it as a sculptural form, not as a set of illusionistic tricks. It's not superficial. And we can see here in these drawings, which are not necessarily correct in an academic sense, but this painter could paint academically perfectly. But he's dealing with the form. He's actually creating form. It's like he's sculpting the head out of the flat paper. The head emerges from the flat paper. It's not a set of illustrational tricks that superficially look like something. But when you examine it, like I've examined his drawing, it's wrong. It's incorrect. And so in this drawing, and it's not about photographic. So he's like making it flat on purpose. But you can see how he carves the figure as he draws. That is fine art drawing. It's not copying. It's actually a form business, form drawing. Okay, and he puts these dark lines. He's doing this on purpose because that was like the modern style of that time. You can see it in this head, how beautifully constructed all the forms are. And you'll say, oh, an academic would soften this edge, but it's not about a set of illusionistic tricks. It's about forms. You draw forms. Look at the sculptural quality of that hat going around his head. Look at the form of it. It's like a physical being. It's not a superficial bunch of tricks like this. He's carving the form. Everything is carving the form. You carve or make the form. That is the tradition of fine art painting. This is not this. Superficial flatness, photographic, does not make sense pictorially. This is as forward as this. There's no relationships of colour to this, to this. It's completely flat. It's illustrative copying. It is what you would call weak shit. Thank you.